thought I was going to sneeze. Well, happy Friday to everybody. To get our weekend started right, I thought we would look at cute boys. Yeah, this is the theme today. Although there is a very lovely woman who sneaks into these pictures, we're just gonna look at cute boys today. Starting off with our new our new Brian. I almost said our new Jamie, but he is a new Jamie. And who else could I possibly be talking about? Of course, our new Jamie Roy, who will be Brian Fraser on screen. But Jamie and Jamie. Outlander stars. Every one of these blood of my blood characters is already carved in my heart. Yes, I said some women were going to sneak in here. Well, one later too. Actually, I didn't prepare, did I? No, I didn't. No, we have these new pictures released from Blood of My Blood, the promo images we're always waiting for. Now, I'm not positive if these are clips taken from the teaser or if they are literally new promo pictures because they just sort of all came out together. And I don't think they are. Featured Brian Fraser, Jamie Roy, Ellen McKenzie, Harriet Slater, Henry Bouchon, Jeremy Irvine, Julia Morrison, I always want to say Morrison, is Hermione Corfield. Then we have Myrta Fitzgibbon Fraser, played by, well, I'm just doing their ads here, at very something interesting, Roree, and Dougal, Sam Redford, and Colum is Seamus Ross. And then they put the Mackenzie after the I don't know why they did that. Anywho, it says Big Brian. Jamie Roy is our Ginley. First comment here. Boy, oh boy, my brain is already on vacation because my daughter's on vacation. Just when I thought I had my brain back up and running again, nope, it's out again. There we got Ellen, Harriet Slater, of course. And next up is going to be Henry Beecham. Do we say Bouchon or I think we're supposed to say Beecham. I can't help it. We got Henry Beecham. This is this feller right here, who is, of course, Jeremy Irvine. And then last but not least of our main cast here is Julia Morrison, played by Hermione Corfield. And I'm excited for all of these folks. I want to see how much they make Claire's mother like Claire, or does she pick up her Claire-ness from her uncle because she traveled with him? I'm very curious to see what the personalities of these folks are going to be like. We get kind of a hint of what we expect Jamie Roy to be like as Brian. Not really so much when it comes to Ellen or Henry or Julia. The characters, obviously, Harriet, Jeremy, and Hermione. But we do have also pictures of our Dougal, our Myrta, and Column here. There we go. See, now you cannot tell me that Myrta, there's no beard. It's not Myrta. But we do have the bonnet, the I still want to say it's a beret. But yeah, it doesn't. Gotta have to be some personality in there that's very Myrta shaped. And then, of course, Colum and Dougal here. And it's hard to, it's hard to miss who's going to be who on here. He does pull off a very good Dougal, I think. And while I still think that doesn't quite look like Colum, I can see why they cast him. He does have, maybe it's going to be the personality, the way he acts. We've talked about this before where they cast people that were like, well, that doesn't really match the vision that was explained in the books, but the personality comes through so much. You're like, oh, yep, of course, no one else could possibly play insert character name here. And if we're going to have some of the new fellas, we're going to get to some of the older fellas. The familiar faces, how about that? Point Blank 1959 shared this one, Graham McTavish and Rick Rankin fooling around. It's not recent, but I'm just going through here because I had a whole bunch of our cute boys come through, and I thought to myself, hey, that seems like a good Friday theme. And they're having a good time. He's getting a little kiss on the cheek from his ancestor. Isn't that nice? So sweet. Let's see. He says, great granddaddy. And we're just at Rick. Look, Point Blank 1959 also shared this one. Roger with David Barry on a Star Fury convention. Also not recent. I believe credit is going to Susan Gajerowitz and hashtagging the usual suspects here. They look like they're having a good time. And you don't see David in his glasses very often, so I got a kick out of this one coming up. Another one, Point Blank, 1959. Thank you so much for contributing, whether you know it or not, but I really do appreciate all the images you share on here. Point Blank, 1959 shares Duncan LaCroix with Maria Doyle Kennedy at the New York Comic Con 2019, and Duncan on the Outlander bus. Let's check that out. So we got, I do adore, I adore Murtaugh, especially older Murtaugh. He does such a good job. So I love, 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 and adore Murtaugh after we meet him, after he's done his time in the new colonies, in the new world colonies. Yes, he's just great. And ooh, that gray beard looks so good on him. What can I say? He's such a smiling face. I don't know if it's the eyes or if it's the beard, but I do love the character. Happy to see Duncan all smiley. Now, for this one, I have it on pause. Let's unpause that. For this one, Tobias fan here shares for a link. Go to National Theater. I want to share this one because we did hear he's going to be in a new production, and I found out a way that we can watch it, and he's going to tell us all about it when he's unfrozen.
Join me, Tobias Menzies, in The Other Place, which is now streaming exclusively on National Theatre at Home.
Now, if you're like me, you don't live in an area where we get a lot of theater, and so actually going to a theater, a play, not a movie theater, but like a play or musical that's live, that is a huge treat. I love that there's an option for us to watch it on our TVs, and I'm gonna try and see if I can find more information about this because I've not heard about that. Is it something you can only get in the UK? Can I get it over here? We'll find out and share that. If not, on links below, then in a future video, because this is good stuff. I love a good theater romp. All right, in an effort to try to be slightly more helpful, I went ahead and went back and I opened an account for myself, but it does look like opening an account to look around is free. However, if you want access to the plays, there are subscriptions, and you can do a yearly one for $129.99 or a monthly one for $12.99. Obviously, if you pay by the annual, you'll save a little bit of money each year. If you are interested in doing that per year, I will make sure I include the subscription address so you can get to it, but literally all I did was a quick search for National Theater at Home, and it was the first result. So feel free to check it out, and let me know if you go with it or not. I may. I say I don't get to see theater very much, so I might. And now on with the rest of the video. All right, and of course, if I'm going to do cute boys, I cannot forget the cutest boy of them all. Point Blank 1959 shares this one. He touches his face to gain reassurance, but also because he's a flirty, naughty boy. Richie Raquel pointed this one out. Danny Boovie Danny, and of course, hashtagging Sam Heughan here. I saw this picture and I was like, well, he looks like he's trying to flirt with me. Let's see if he wants to flirt with everybody. So Sam's going to flirt with us now. And I do have another image here. Let's see. Yeah, see. Goodness gracious. He's looking at you, thinking naughty thoughts. Isn't that nice of him? I'm mature. I can be mature. Not now, but I can be. And I loved this one. This is great. Point Blank again, 1959 shares Prince Charles meeting the King of all men at the RCS in Glasgow, May 2019. I guess Camilla was really jealous. Yeah, she doesn't get to meet him. I think goodness. All right, Iris Davidson, Karen Scott getting credit for these photos because there's more than one. This is very cool. All right, now I know he's now the king. I personally was a big fan of Liz too, but we will go with this. This is a good one. Was that disrespectful? I don't mean to be. Elizabeth II. I really dug her story from beginning to end, as a driver for World War II, helping out, to how she came to power because of her uncle's abdication. The entire story. I love the monarchy. I think it's the greatest soap opera. Nobody has to write. It's fantastic. Again, not trying to be disrespectful, but it's interesting. Way better than the story we got going on here right now. Anywho, more pictures here of Sam and the prince before he was made king. And they're having a laugh. Oh my gosh, they're having a laugh with royalty. I can't even. And one more. That is a great picture. Thumbnail. I know we're going with thumbnail now. That is great, though. That is fantastic. I wonder who was more in awe. Just curious, who was more in awe at this meeting? I would venture to guess it was probably Prince Charles, but I won't discount. Sam may have a soft spot in his heart for the royals. And a couple more here of Sam before I go. Via Sam, just very recent. I knew there were some recent ones in here. Not that I don't appreciate Point Blank 1959, always keeping us up with some really great throwbacks, always fantastic. But Sam Heughan shares this one. It says, "Hello, spring." I wonder if, yeah, these must be while he's in LA because, well, it's sunny. No, that's terrible. Oh, and Jackie Bodick, she's the first commenter on here. It says, "You look very handsome in the shades, my friend. Happy spring." He does. He looks comfy. He looks pleased. He looks up at the sun and goes, "Oh, yeah, there is a sun. I didn't know there was a sun. Spent all my time in Scotland." I'm so snarky today. It's the Friday thing. I'm sure it is. And those fantastic sunglasses. Those are nice sunglasses. I like the shape. They're similar to my glasses here. When I got these, I got the transitions because I've got a pair of sunglasses and I found that I really hate having to carry around my sunglasses. So if I must wear glasses, and the transitions were almost fully covered or partially covered by my insurance, so it really didn't cost me that much extra, though the fact that I am paying for glasses on a regular basis for so many people. No. The only person in my family who doesn't wear glasses is my son. How he got better than 20/20 vision, I don't know. It's a blip in the matrix or something. But those were some fine shades, and I hope a nice variety of pictures. No John, no Charles. My goodness, I did one of these without John or Charles. It's just a shock. Where's John? Where is Charles? I'm going to have to go check out and see what they're up to because haven't seen a lot of posts from them. Might be just taking a break from all the insanity, and I don't blame them. I hope that that was a good way to start your Friday, though. If you enjoyed this video, give her a like. If you aren't subscribed already, you should probably do that just because it makes me happy. Also, it helps make sure that the feed knows you'd like more of these. However, you should also hit that notifications bell just in case the feed isn't always accurate. That way you'll get a notification when new videos do arrive. I hear that it's not always timely, so I do apologize for those of you who've been trying to catch my lives. I will tell you right now, the live time is going to change, and I want to say it's going to be at 2 o'clock, but I realize now that the group I'm going to be chatting with did not give me a firm time that they'd like to chat. So don't feel bad if you missed the next couple of lives. I will have a regular time going again of my other obligation. I just realized, like I said, that they didn't tell me when. But I knew that on the half hour wasn't going to work anymore. So I will do my best to update you or just randomly show up. In which case I apologize, but I'm still going to try to bring you information. Even if you miss my live, you can still watch the feed after it's done and catch up on all the fun Outlander info I try to share here. Yes, and Blood of My Blood. And whatever else, because my daughter and I will be doing a different show entirely and covering and giving you kind of a summary and why I think you would love this show. Check that out next week. Pretty sure it's going to be pre-recorded, so it'll show up whenever we finish the series. And my daughter goes, "Okay, let's talk about it, Mom," because it's her vacation, and I want to just put her to work. Although she does earn money on the one she comes on here with me. So I'm mumbling. Have a really great rest of the week. If you did not get enough information, well, good news. Because of the members who so generously donate, I find times and ways to keep making videos. So if you go down to the playlist down below, we've got Couple Next Door complete reviews. We're working on reviews of Outlander from the beginning. We've got lots of information as we waited before through our Droughtlanders for Season 7 Part 1 and Part B. Loads of fun videos. Do check those out, and whichever video you do choose, I'll see you there.